Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, today we are going to be deciding, well, I'm going to be deciding who I vote for, and to be fair, I know immediately. Just as a reminder, these votes are to decide which champions will enter the game as 7 stars in the Titan pool first, and then also will be one of the first champions to enter the 7-star basic crystal. 7-star Titan crystal, I believe, is going to come out on 16th of August or something similar to that, which means these votes are very, very consequential. And I actually like all of these champions to varying degrees. I really do love questing with Ultron, with Hulkbuster on my team. I think Omega Sentinel is starting to become underrated, and she's definitely useful because of her Nullify immunity, ability to bypass miss, heal block. There's plenty of great things about her. She's very useful for Alliance War, plenty useful for Battlegrounds. The Blue Vision is the newest of the champions, and I personally am not the biggest fan of her, but I do like her quite a bit. I took her to rank 3. I am practicing with her, and I do hope she receives a little bit of a tune-up. Then I definitely like her a lot. But obviously here, I think is one best and correct choice, which is Warlock. Warlock is perfectly viable unawakened. Only thing you would be missing out is a bit of degen damage. But in between stat focus and in between his increased stats, I believe he would be doing plenty of damage even with without that awakened ability. And even unawakened, he is still very, very powerful and useful. So, as I said, if Warlock would not be there, I'd probably vote Omega Sentinel because she's the second most used champion I have, but Warlock by far is the most used champion. I use Warlock in Alliance War, I use Warlock in Battlegrounds, I use Warlock in Questing, pretty much everywhere, and I think more people should, if they aren't already. Perfectly compatible with Liquid Courage Double Edge Masteries, like most of these champions, I would say. But still, lots of good options here. But if we are looking at the tech class rankings, I do believe that Warlock stands above the rest as well as top 3 tech champion. And this would actually be, I think, our first chance of a really, really top of the game type of character being introduced in the 7-star crystal, or one of the first ones. So I definitely urge everybody to vote Warlock. Again, I do think Omega Sentinel is a very viable choice. Plenty of use in Alliance War, plenty of use in Battlegrounds. I personally really enjoy Ultron, even though he has, in my opinion, still somewhat fallen off the radar a bit. But I'd still love to see either one of those two champions join the 7-star crystal at any point. Wouldn't be a burden if any of these champions enter the 7-star crystal. And I know for a lot of newer players or whatnot, there might be some recency bias and stuff like that, and shiny. And Warlock isn't as extravagant. Warlock isn't, mega pew pews or some insane wombo combos. He's definitely the most used. So I do implore everybody watching this video, do what I am about to do, which is slide down here, log on your Twitter, tap on Warlock, and we can see that Warlock is receiving 53% of the vote, which I hope remains like that for the rest of the time. I think the choice here is quite clear, and I hope that you guys agree with me as well. So obviously, Titan Crystals isn't going to be something a lot of us get to open early on, but keep in mind that whoever enters Titan Crystal earlier also enters Basic 7-star Crystal earlier. So yes, Warlock it is. I'm not going to stretch it out anymore. And yeah, go to Twitter and vote, please. Bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about